practicing Anamika. ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत नशृण्वन्नोतिभिस्सीदसादनम्। ॐ श्री महागणपतये नमः। सरस्वत्यै नमो नित्यं। भद्रकाल्ये नमो नमः। वेद वेदांत वेदांग विद्यास्थानेभ्य एव च सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुति स्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पाद शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। ॐ भद्रं कर्णेभिः शृणुयाम देवाः। भद्रं पश्येमाक्षभिर्यजत्राः। स्थिरैरङ्गैस्तुष्टुवागंसस्तनूभिः व्यशेम देवहितं यदायुः। स्वस्ति न इन्द्रो वृद्धश्रवाः स्वस्ति नः पूषा विश्ववेदाः। स्वस्ति नस्तार्क्ष्यो अरिष्टनेमिः। स्वस्ति नो बृहस्पतिर्दधातु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। chant from mantra 6. Page number is, please repeat. Sa yada tejasa abhibhuto bhavati atreshah devaha swapnanna pashyati atha tada etasmin sharire etat sukham bhavati etat sukham bhavati. So you heard that there were 5 questions in the 4th Prashna of Sauryayani Gargya. And these 5 questions were: when the person sleeps, what are those sense organs which sleep? Second was, who is the one which is awake? And third is, which is that Dev which is illuminator? Awake is different and illumination is different. Awake means who is still working, and illuminator means in the light of whom everything is seen. This was the question regarding dream. And regarding Sushupti, the question was, who is the one which enjoys in the deep sleep state? And regarding Turiya, the question was, on what everything is based. We had seen 3 questions of the 4th Prashna. Don't get confused, 4 plus 3 Prashna. Of the 4th question, there were 5 parts, 5 questions of the 4th question. 4th Prashna had 5 parts in it. Okay. There is something more, I'll come back to it if some time comes. But attention is on the... It did not ask the question that who is... Same question was not said that, will tell me who is seeing in the waking state. This question could be made. This question could have been there. Why started from the dream state away? You could have started from the waking also. Waking also, he could have said that who is the one which sees everything in the waking state. But that question did not ask. Reason was that we are so identified with the waking state that we will never have attention on that who is the seeing in the waking state. To tell that sense organ are not me, therefore they go into one manifestation. And to tell that this body does not belong to me because it is sustained by prana, the hiranyagarbha, it was told that who sustains or who is awake in the body. See the intelligence of question also. And when he asked the question that who is illuminating this swapna, it is easier for us to give the answer because we are out of that dream state, and we can easily say that the mind itself was the one there which became Vishayi or Vishay, subject and object. But here there is little more than that. When I say mind illuminates that, so first is that the mind itself becomes the subject, that itself becomes the object. It is easy to understand. I became the one who is taking the dog for a walk, and I became the same mind became the dog also. Both are, one is subject, other is object. I also became the street or the road on which the dog was walking. Easy to understand that there was a mind which took the form of many things. I mean, here you don't require too much of Vedanta. But the word Dev has made it crucial here. If we have seen the fifth Prashna, so one word has been used there, Atra Esha Deva. See the word there. So Atra Esha Deva Swapni Mahimanam Anubhavati. So there are two. One is Esha has been written. So Esha refers to something very close. And Deva has been written. Deva is from Divyate, that which illuminates. So what is very important, I told also that nobody can experience mind without Chidabhas or without the light of consciousness bathing it. Like I cannot see your body unless external light has bathed you. If I am seeing something from my eyes, it is meaning that there is an object and there is a light, both are there. Then only any object can be seen. Supposing you see a tree. So either in the light of some tube light or bulb that it is seen, or that sunlight has given a bath to that tree. And therefore I am seeing the tree, I am perceiving the tree. Nothing can be seen without light. Like you are seeing my body because light has bathed my body. Similarly, when you see the mind, so is it like mind is one object which is being bathed by the consciousness and therefore the thoughts are seen? So initial answer will be yes. If you see mind is a thought, so you can say thought is bathed in the light of consciousness, because mind itself is inert. Mind being inert, it does not have its own light, therefore the word will not fit totally on the mind. That which shines is called Dev. All these are written in a very little terse form. I am just trying to simplify it. So when we take the Bhashya, we will take in detail, but time is not there. So point is, mind is not an object like an object. Then one more word called upadhi word. I had taken this word upadhi yesterday. Upadhi. Upadhi means that something is close to something and it makes that thing appear as per its own dharma. That is called upadhi. X, near X, Y is there. Near X, Y is there. So Y is the upadhi of X if the properties of Y are appearing in the X without changing X. This is called upadhi. So Y is the upadhi of X. English translation of upadhi is conditioning. But please note, this English translation doesn't do justice with that upadhi word. Upadhi word is much more important. So you have to get conditioned to these words also. So Sanskrit definition will be upadhi. You all know that. Up means near, samipe sthitva. Swasya gunasya dharmasya anyasmin mithyarupena adhiyate iti upadhi. Something remaining close superimposes its property on something which does not have any such property. Superimposes, not really transfers. Not really transfers and become adjective. Then that is called upadhi. ठीक है ना, उपाधि हो गया. Upadhi is there. So there was a tree, very big tree near a river. And the shadow of the tree was falling exactly on the river. So it appeared that the tree was in the river. The dark shadow made the tree. Some child said from a distance that tree has fallen in the river because he had not seen that big tree. So the contours of the flower or the tree or the stems or the leaf which is appearing in the river, this is the upadhi of the river. It has not changed the river at all by that. It is only a perception. So here, please understand my point. Mind has two aspects. One is changing aspect, other is unchanging aspect. Like here we all are sitting, we all have two aspects. Among all, there is unchanging aspect and changing aspect. Unchanging aspect is the light and changing aspect is everybody has different forms. So when hundreds of thoughts are coming, so all the thoughts are changing. But they are all seen in the common light, which is mentioned by the word Devaha. And this mind, now please understand, this is called the upadhi of the consciousness. So what happens that the change property of the mind, changing property of the mind is superimposed on the consciousness, and I say I am happy or I am changing or I am this. Whereas you already said that is unchanging I which goes continuously through that. But I am not aware of the unchanging I. I am more affected by the falsely changing I because of the change of the mind. Please note, this question was not to tell that mind alone is there in the Swapna. This I know without reading the Vedanta also. Any layman can say in the dream only mind became the subject, it became the object. You don't need to come to the class for that. Please note, Vedanta will tell something which is anadigatam, which will be not found anywhere else, because it is a pramana. Vedanta will not tell sugar is sweet. You are knowing it by pratyaksh pramana. Why will it tell sugar is sweet? Neither Vedanta will tell that crow has two eyes. This is not the subject of Vedanta. Vedanta always, the pramans is about its own topic, it is pramana. Not every topic it is pramana. You have heard these words. One word is called anadigatam. Anadigatam means that which is not the, on which there is no other pramana. Like eyes are the only pramana for the form. Ears cannot be pramana. There is only one pramana for anything. There cannot be two proofs. That is called anadigatam. So this they word is indicating the consciousness. And see, it took you away from the object to the thought, to the mind, to the conditioning and ultimately to the unconditioned consciousness. Now, one last point. When you say the consciousness, the time and space in the dream is also a conditioning. And therefore, that Dev or that self will not have time and space. And if it is not having time and space, so yesterday I had talked about that all of us who see the dream, all of have this unconditioned consciousness, and therefore all cannot be different because there is no differentiating factor. You park this point, I'll come back to it again. Well, where to park? It's all full. Parking lot is all full. So many things have in my mind. No, mind has lot of space, don't worry. Their parking lot is there. Only you have to be careful that you don't forget that. Okay. Vedanta is interesting. I think you will have love for that. First when I read, I was so charmed that I was mad after Vedanta. Its madness was there. And supposing you have more punya, then you will have the opportunity to hear bhashya. So when we studied Vedanta course, students will say, so you know what is studied? Why you said no? Shira studied. So 6 months. Shira is saying no. So there you can see bhash which is there. So like I repeat the mool mantras, so bhash was repeated. Sa yada, everybody will say sa yada mano rupaha devaha yasmin kale, like that. And then we took each sentence, and each sentence Sanskrit, Anvay, Samas, Sandhi, which will come first, which will come second, underline. So this is the way to study. Oh my God. Was this text completed? Yes, it was all completed. We had 2 classes, 2 Upanishad classes were there. I think first was from 7:45, no? 7:45 to 9:15 something, 9:10. And second was 11:30 to 12:30, 12:45. So lunch was around at 1 o'clock. That was the time. And 3:30 was the Sanskrit class. Later on Gita class. Now let me go ahead and no evening class also there. Oh my God. 6:30 was the evening Bhagavad class. I was coming after 7 o'clock. Most of the days I was by 7 o'clock, till 8 o'clock class was there. Chalo bhai, life is meant for knowing, diving. This is not a study. This is a reflection going on about our own nature, so that we won't get a trap in our false nature. Now, 4th Prashna, if you remember, was who is the one who enjoys in the deep sleep? Deep sleep, as simple it is to go into it, so difficult it is to understand. Deep sleep is a little subtle topic in Vedanta. First of all, understand that deep sleep is there. Only why to understand, I know it. Deep sleep is there. Why the deep sleep is there? Because of 2-3 reasons. First thing is there that everything has come from unmanifest and goes to manifest. Gita says, Avyaktadini bhutani, vyakta madhyani bharata, avyakta nidhananeva tattvarka paridevana. Like my thoughts are there. They are coming from unmanifest and manifesting. Like you have come here. So before coming you had mentally thought, and before thinking this must be your samskar to come, therefore you have landed up here. So everything, there is no theory of creation in Hinduism. The theory of manifestation. And if you are higher Vedanta, it is theory of illusion. So, but there is no theory of creation. You heard that, I think I already told, God did not create the world because it will be with many problems if He creates the world. There will be a lot of logical problems are there. You have been hearing this talk, morning. Huh? Achha, all? Okay, very good. So we had seen that portion. So from the unmanifest only the form comes. Any form. Even roti which is there, which you make, it was unmanifested in the wheat flour. This is how Sat Karyavat comes and Asat Karyavat comes. Sankhya is Sat Karyavat and Nyaya is Asat Karyavat. Just listen to something. Nyaya says that there was the roti was absent in the wheat flour. And Sankhya says no, it was already present. He is not saying Asat or Bauddha. Don't get confused. Is it Asat Karyavat and Sat Karyavat? Just hear something new. Well, so many, all are new. I am the only old person. All are new. Socho jara sa. This, if you are little advanced someday, so you will have some panorama of all the darshan, what Sankhya says, what Nyaya says, not Bauddha says, to establish yourself in that truth. So deep sleep has to be there, number one, because everything comes from unmanifest and goes to unmanifest. Like this body has come from anna, food, and it will go back to food. Okay. This table is there. This table was maybe a log of wood. That log of wood was a tree, and tree was unmanifest in the earth. Any form has a rule, it will come from unmanifest, and it will go back to unmanifest. Fine. One reason. Second reason is, anything when it is manifest, so it starts working. There's an activity involved, Kriya Shakti is involved along with any form. Then there is something called, because of the working, it goes through some wear and tear process. It wears and tears. Like your body is there. Like the house is there. And a time comes where it needs rejuvenation. So the unmanifest going is required for rejuvenation of that particular object. It has to be, what is it called? Recycle, sometimes they use the word recycle it. Recycling the water is there. Even the plastic bottles, what is used. So even there is a big industry, they'll take away all the trash and that plastic bottle is recycled. It goes to unmanifest. So when I went to Johannesburg. So went to his factory. So they all collect from this, through the garbage, they collect. And then ultimately they melt it again. Washing, cleaning, they melt it. And again they give the shape, various work as get from the same plastic. So it has gone to avyakt and again it will come back to avyakt. So there is some very big area is there of scrap management is there. What you say, trash and scrap, is very costly thing if you know. Industries are there. So everything has come from. So this whole world also should go back to unmanifest, because ocean, sun, earth, there will come a time, they say another 100, 200 years, oil will be over. And now they are after solar energy. New is solar. Solar cars will be there. I think it has already come. Solar cars. So petrol will be slowly out and the solar cars will come. Battery should be there, otherwise car will stop, and in the rain you will not have any, you will stop there only. So solar energy, we also have solar. It is working. The solar panel, it is working. Solar panel. So, there was no concept of bottle in the water earlier, 100 back. River water was there. River water. And ocean water, river water and well water. But water here in Durban, in the tap itself is very pure. You need not take the bottle water. The tap water here in Durban is so pure and good, you need not boil it also. This is one thing you have to know about this place. I never boil the water for making it pure. It is already pure. Only thing you have, if you have a problem, then you can boil. But tap water is drinkable. Not here. Huh? Here we did. The kitchen we all take the tap water. Even my jug was from the tap water. That is another thing. The water is good here. But earlier days this was not there. Now slowly water will get polluted. And then what will happen? A time will come, every water will be polluted. Air is already polluted. So this whole thing, and sun will also be distorted after 1 or 2 billion years. So that means this sun will not be worth using. You need to go to shut down. Universe shut down, his pralaya. So you have to. Therefore Bhagavan says, Sarbhutani kauntaya prakritim yanti mamikam kalpakshay punastani kalpado visrajamyam. This is the second reason. Third reason why Sushupti or Pralaya will be there. Therefore, if you don't get up if you don't sleep, you will feel that your body is not fresh, mind is not. This is, sleep is the best recovery treatment center is there. If you have a nice sleep, your body has a recovery time. All the pending work, because I'm eating whole day, so body gets some time to recover. And especially sleep between 11 to 3. If this portion you covered, then you don't need to sleep a lot. If you miss this portion, then your sleep will be incomplete. That is where the whole stomach and digestive system are working during that time only. During that time, 11 to 3 minimum. If you cross 12, gaya, then it is gone. You will not have a very good digestion, very good circulation, because you didn't allow the system to recover and to, some cells are broken, it will make it better cells, create new cells, do all the processes. And mind, body, all are rejuvenated. This is the second point. Third point is important. The fruit of action of 24 hours are fixed. So when your fruit of action of by the particular day is over, that means you have to sleep now. So the fruit of itna hi kota hai aaj ka. Only those who sleep more, their fruit of action is less. If they are sleeping for 9-10 hours, then I am sleeping for 4-5 hours, I am getting more for 4 hours additional fruit of action. And he is enjoying? No. Because of his oversleeping, he will get another fruit. आप ज़्यादा सो गए, उसका भी फ्रूट बन जाएगा, आपका एक्शन शुरू हो गया. So something will happen to disturb you because you are oversleeping. So, my point is certain. But why fruit of action? Bhagwan gives a gap. थोड़ा सा enjoy कर, थोड़ा सा enjoy करके आ जाओ. Then you will be ready for new fruit. Otherwise, you will be totally exhausted. एक दिन का इतना ही कोटा रखते हैं. कोटा है fruit of action का. You go back to me. हमसे मिलो फिर आना. 3 reasons I have given. More are there. Let's move ahead. ठीक? Now, this particular mantra about deep sleep says, Sa yada. Sa is Manudeva. Sa yada, 6th mantra. Sa yada. That Deva, when he does not see the dream, Tejasa abhibhuto bhavati. It is overpowered by one tej. What is that tej which is overpowered by? So, क्या है वो तेज? क्या है? तेज क्या है? हाँ? नहीं, no. Consciousness नहीं है. So, it is said here, Tejas has 2 meanings here. When a person has to go to sleep, so there is one nadi. In that nadi, there is a storage of vasana. Chitta is there. And because of the flow of that, when I say storage of vasana, it means expression of vasana. Don't think I can take it out and my vasana gone out. Nadi nikal diya, vasana khatam ho gaya. Nirvasan ho gaya. No, not that. So there is a storage of vasana, and in the dream that nadi is opened. By the overpowering of the tej of that particular nadi, what happens? That vasana root is blocked. And therefore a person goes to deep sleep. In Ayurveda, there are 3 main things in the body called Vat, Pitta and Kapha. Well, Ayurveda will come here. So Vat means Vayu Tattvam, Pitta means Agni Tattvam, and Kapha means Jal Tattvam. Vat, Pitta and Kapha. They say all diseases are because of Vishamta of these 3 points. Some are not in synchrony. Therefore, if you go to any Ayurvedic doctor, so he will not check too much of throat or chew too much of eyes, or he will just check your nadi, not pulse. Pulse is different. And from that checking of the nadi, he can make it out what approximately is your problem. I know one doctor was there in Banaras. He used to say, don't tell your disease, I will tell your disease. बहुत एडवांस वैद्य जो होते हैं, very senior and very experienced वैद्य who are there. So they will check your nadi and they can tell you have a stomach problem, you have headache, you have bones problem, you have problem in breathing, or you have mental problem. So out of that 3, so when I went, so doctor came and initially held the hand. So initially we thought out of love he is holding my hand. So हाँ भाई ऐसे हाथ पकड़ते हैं हम लोग, हाथ पकड़ लेते. तो first time I understood is because he was checking. But second time I forgot that he is checking. You know why? Point was, he held my hand and said, how is everything going on? जैसे हम लोग प्यार से पकड़ते हैं किसी का हाथ. हमने कही तो बड़ा प्यार है इनमें. It was not for holding the hand was not for loving you, but to test it. But interesting was this doctor. He hardly paid attention to like that. While holding, he said, "How is it going on? Modiji is coming here. This is there. You get ghee or not in South Africa? Ghee you get, cows are there. You don't get ghee there. Even if you get ghee, the cows you don't know, it depends on what is fed to the cows." Attention was not here at all. So I thought it is just, but it was not like that. He was seeing it. So Ayurveda is very advanced system. Vidya is okay. People who don't, that Vidya, people don't have that knowledge, holding capacity. That Guru and Shishya are no lesser in that Vidya. That's the problem. So there is something called Pitta. What you call in English as acid. Pitta is called acid. Not acid reflux. Don't use all this. So this Pitta blocks the activation of that nadi. This is two meaning of Tejasa I said. And then what happens? That a person is in deep sleep. This is right not told here. As per Ayurveda, meaning of Tej. Another meaning of Vedic meaning is that Tej is Ishwar himself, who is the law of karma. When karma is temporarily suspended, Ishwar blocks the vasana through this nadi and mind goes to Sushupti. But which one is it? Which one shall I say? Ishwar blocks and I go to Sushupti, or that Pitta? Ishwar is both the places. He can induce the Pitta and your nadi can be blocked and you will go to Sushupti. I hope he is not blocked at the wrong time. No, don't worry about it. Because in the class sometime he blocks, therefore I go to sleep. No, that is not Ishwar. That is your laziness. Your lethargy, laziness. Don't bring God in your laziness. Okay. Because either you have not slept sufficiently, in the night you haven't slept because of certain reason. And what happens in the class? Very nice environment is there. Quiet hall, people quiet, no other work. And quiet voice is there. This makes a very big difference. This what you hear. Serene words about Atma. When you hear such words, consciousness alone is. It is that consciousness in the dream, which when conditioned by mind expresses as changing and unchanging. Automatically mind, when it is quiet, automatically that pitta gets active. And we go to sleep because either I have not slept properly, or I am lazy, or I am not understanding. There may be any reason may be there. Some are basically lazy. So automatically they will be sleepy after that. You are not sleeping, don't worry. So this is, it is, you see the mantra here. Sa yada tejasa abhibhuta bhavati. Abhibhuta means overpowered. Overpowered. Sa means that manadev. Then atra. Atra means in this deep sleep. Devaha. फिर देखो देव आ गया. Devaha swapnan na pashyati. Your mind or this jeev does not see the dream. Then what happened? Atha tada. Tada. In that state, asmin sharire etat sukham bhavati. Then he experiences the joy. He experiences the bliss. One or 2 points before we conclude this. Already I had told this point. When you get up from the deep sleep, you have two experiences. One experience is I am feeling fresh, I am feeling happy. Sleep is isht. Anything is isht only when it has joy. Isht means desired, wanted. It is isht. Just go to sleep and you will be fine. You are if somebody has lot of pain, he is put into sleep. So that he is not experiencing the pain. The cause of pain is there, but pain is not there. Just go to sleep, relax. Very nicely, Bed is the best place. Just sleep nicely. Nice pillow is there. Cover yourself with the duvet and tuck yourself all sides, left, right, and from the bottom. And have the, no light or very less light. Some people are very afraid, with the light on they sleep. And after that, ऐसे लेट के जो मजा आता है साहब, आहा, और अगर नींद आ गई उसी में तो क्या मजा है. Therefore I say, don't use bed other than sleeping. So this is two experiences. One is that after sleeping, that means I feel refreshed. I feel I am active, I am dynamic. I am more now energetic. And actually speaking, mind also is better. Supposing you slept with a sad mood and you got up, mind also goes through certain change. Sattvagun increases actually. And therefore you may not be, after a good sleep, you will not be having the same mood as you slept. Little difference will be there. Unless you bring back again. Then you forget, I was sad last night, let me be sad again. So I'm missing being sad. So this is one experience. Second experience is I don't know anything. I did not know anything there. In deep sleep, I did not know. Vedanta says there are two reasons. When you have recorded something, when you came back from deep sleep, that is Anuman Praman is there. That means if somebody, supposing you meet somebody you meet, and he comes out very happy and smiling. He went inside sad, but came out very smiling. So you will infer, I think he gave you something, or he talked to you very well, or you wanted what you wanted, he fulfilled your wish. Something must be there. So because this jeev comes out very happily, that means there was a joy inside the deep sleep. Number one. Number two, when he says, I did not know anything, so there, pratyutpanna, what is called pratyabhigya. There is one thing called pratyabhigya, praman is there. Pratyabhigya, praman is there. You have heard this praman. That what you remember, rememberer and experiencer are the same. I saw somebody today, and then I said, he's the same person whom I met in Johannesburg when I went there. So I saw directly is the same as the one whom I remembered. Rememberer and experiencer are the same. That is called pratyabhigya praman. I'm repeating it. I remembered I saw him. If I had not seen him directly at that time, it was only memory. I remember that person. But when I remember also and I see the same one also, then that is called pratyabhigya. English, rough English, loosely translated is recognition. Like you are seeing me. So you remember he is the same Swamiji whom I saw last night. So if you don't have this, then no, you cannot do Vyavahar also. So after getting up from sleep, there are two praman. One is called Anuman Praman, other is called Pratyabhigya Praman. By Anuman Praman, you know that I had joy. And by pratyabhijna praman you know that there I did not know anything. But not to know anything, you have to be there to know not to know anything. And therefore, Shankaracharya Bhagavan says that in the deep sleep, there is no shunya there, which Buddhists said. ठीक है ना? Okay, let me move ahead now. थोड़ा सा और deep sleep के बारे में, थोड़ा सा, little more. What joy is there and why I don't know anything? In the deep sleep, thought is there or not? No thought is there. Huh? No thought. If there is no thought, person will die. Subtle body alone keeps the gross body alive. If all subtle body will go away, then this body will die like. It will become a box. So there is no state where there is no thought. Somewhere it is not known something, somewhere it is known. So in the deep sleep, there is one thought. Generally in waking there are many thoughts. There are many thoughts. Heterogeneous thoughts are there. Thought of book, thought of copy, thought of pen, thought of watch. In the deep sleep, there is only one thought. Dhyan dena, please be careful. I had told this earlier in Vedanta course and other classes also. Therefore, Patanjali says, Abhav, the definition of Nidra he mentioned as a vritti. Abhav pratyalamana vritti Nidra. He defines Nidra as a vritti. Abhav pratyalamana vritti Nidra. Only what is that? Can you explain? But don't say many times Nidra, I feel like sleeping. No, you will not sleep. Don't say sleep, because I feel like going to bed. And I think here, instead of table chair, we should have bed. They should have bed also and chair also. On the bed, there should be some fixture. So if anybody wants, he can sit. Otherwise, he can lie down and he will listen to your talk. So back problem won't be there. I can stretch easily. I can take and I'll understand also the class about Nidra. So, Abhav pratya alambana vritti Nidra. Dhyan dena please. Very typical hai. Supposing I don't know, you'll understand. Like I have a thought of flower. So object is me, object is flower, and in my mind there are two things. There is a thought in which object is flower, subject am I, and there is a thought of flower. These three things are connected. And therefore I have a thought of flower. I have thought of book. Subject, object, and the thought. I have a thought of rain. Subject, object, and the thought. There is a very typical vritti. Typical means not usually seen. When you say he is a very typical person, use such words many times, a very typical person. Typical means not easily found person like him. Unusual. Sometimes I am also a very typical person. Unusual. Typical vritti is there. It is called abhavakara vritti. This is what, as per Patanjali. Please understand this vritti. This abhavakara vritti is called Nidra. The object of this, my thought is there, object has to be there, otherwise thought cannot be without the object. There is nothing like objectless thought. Objectless thought will become consciousness. So object of this thought is called absence. 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 Ajeeb si vritti hai yaar. Object is absence. Yes. And another typical thing about this vritti is, What is that? That it overpowers the knower of this thought. Like I know the watch. I told you in every vritti has three parts. There is object, there is the knower and the thought part. But this vritti, so while I am sleeping, I should know that I have a thought of absence. It overpowers the thought, the knower of the thought of absence. Knower and enjoyer of the thought of absence, this vritti overpowers. So at that time you will not be knowing that I am sleeping. So I am sleeping is nobody experience. I am going to sleep, you can say. Or I have slept. And if somebody says I am sleeping, that means not still gone to sleep. So when you are going to sleep, you are actually invoking this thought. You are lying down and you are about to sleep. You have closed your eyes, just I'll get the sleep. Then you are remembering something, so that this thought won't come. Well, tomorrow also is Archana. 1 day has passed, 9 days are remaining. I can't manage, too much of work is there. I'll run away. Up Abhavakar vritti is not coming because another thought has come now. Where to run but? I will run in the car park. They will keep on knocking my door, they will not get me. In the lift is there, I will go in the lift in the car and cover myself. This abhavakara vritti, dhyan dena. I told you it is not that simple. And therefore you are not aware that I am sleeping. You are not aware that I have this abhavakara vritti. Any thought, any single thought, if it is for a long time, same thought, merging thought and emerging thought are same. So slowly, the knower of that thought gets overpowered by the thought. Will again say slowly, slowly. Supposing you are doing thought of jap, I am doing jap, and you are doing Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudeva, and you continue that, and all other thoughts go away. Only one thought is there. What will happen? That object of Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya thought will overpower that. You will not be aware that I am doing. So this thought of absence overpowers. But what? This knower is enjoying the joy. What joy is there? Because there is no other thought. And only this thought is there. And there is no limitation of time, space, object. And therefore it is enjoying. What? Enjoying the self. Only the cover is, slight cover is there of ignorance of this vritti. But maximum enjoyment is there. And therefore if you remember, ahar ahar brahma gamayati. Every night we go to the Brahma. That for Brahma word was used. This consciousness conditioned by this abhavakara vritti is called pragya. You can call him deep sleeper if you want, although I avoid using that word. In Karan Sharir, what you call now. And then he enjoys the bliss of the unconditioned consciousness. कुछ नहीं है उस समय वहां पे. Please note, Atma does not enjoy. Atma is of the nature of bliss. Atma is not anything else to enjoy. And therefore, when he gets up, the same knower of that, enjoyer of that abhavakar, he becomes the knower of the waker, knower of the world, and there he collects his experience that there when I was there, I did not know anything and I was having joy. So Sukh belongs to this prajna. Atha etasmin sharire etat sukham bhavati. This is a little description of Sushupti. So you forget yourself. You will forget yourself. And in work, sometimes you are too absorbed. I see people working in the office, they forget they are hungry also. They have not taken lunch, they are not. Moment they are relaxed, now they will remember food, I have not taken lunch. Whole day they may not have eaten anything because of the lot of work was there in the offices therefore. Then they will come back and then they will have their dinner. But that time the hunger is not there. Any scientist, any painter, any singer, if he is too absorbed, the object of thought overpowers the knower of the object of thought. This is what is mentioned. But what happened to Nadi, etc.? That Pitta, Kapha, what had come there? No, not Kapha, only Pitta had come. Oh, I am coughing. Yes. So, when this abhava kaya vritti comes, then that nadi is blocked by the pitta. This is both are related. Everything mental has an expression at physical level. There is a golak for all mental expression. So golak means point of expression, is that nadi which is overpowered by the pitta. We will see more tomorrow. Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om Shri Guru Pyo Namah. Hari